Hi, I am Ben Alexander, and I have autism, and today I'm going to talk about how to teach an autistic child from right to wrong, from a child's perspective, of course, because I am not a parent, so I really can't speak from the parent's perspective. And if you are an autistic parent and has an autistic child, please put it in the comment section, give some good advice, make sure it's loving and caring, obviously. But again, it's all children, and I'm always for things that are best for children and best for the community as well. And I think when it comes to children and autistic children, you have to learn right from wrong, because if you don't, you're going to end up, or the kid's going to end up getting into some trouble. And there's a lot of evil out there, and the kid will get sucked into the evil, and then they become evil themselves. You know what I mean? Like, criminals and all that stuff. My parents have always taught me that being a criminal is wrong. Respecting authority is a big thing, because authority is supposed to help you. And again, I understand that all authority, or there's bad authority figures out there, and I know that puts a big stain, an ugly stain in people, and that is the one biggest thing that annoys me too. It's the biggest pet peeve of my whole entire life, is bad authority. There's nothing worse, I feel like, than bad authority, because it really puts a stain on the good authority that actually cares about the people involved. But I think no matter what, we should show everyone respect, even if they deserve it or not. That doesn't mean that they could just walk all over you and do whatever they want. No, they got to be able to understand what they're doing is wrong, and they need to fix it. And that's kind of similar to what you have to do with a child. It's like you got to talk with them, and sometimes you're going to have to dish out consequences. And it's not easy to, at least for me, seeing a child cry. That's not a fun sight. It isn't, And I can remember me, like I said, it's just, and as an adult, there are still consequences for your actions. That's never going to leave you. And if you teach your children that there's no such thing as consequences, then that's just not reality. And it's sad. I understand it's one of the hardest parts in life when it comes to consequences and all that stuff. We all wish there wasn't such thing as evil. We all wish we wouldn't have to be thinking about this stuff. But guess what? We have to think about this stuff, because this is the world we live in. It's just reality, and people do wrong things, and people make bad choices. It sucks. But at the same time, we all make bad decisions, including myself. As much as I'm trying to be part of the solution, I have to realize that I'm also part of the problem. And, everybody has a sinful nature. Everybody sins. It's just the thing you have to fight over, and that's what life is hard. And I've had adults in my life tell me, "Well, life's hard." The sooner you can grasp it, the more you'll be able to be free, realizing that you can deal with it. And because again, it's never going to be easy, and you can recognize, life's supposed to be hard. And you could say, well, social media makes it seem like where it's like, all these people have the easy life, and all that stuff, where it's like, let's put the best life on social media. Let's use filters, and let's make my life so good that everybody will want to do it. And again, I think there is positivity, but it needs to be rooted in reality too. It's like, I go through struggles, and again, this is what I try to go through with my channel, is I want to be able to tell you things like getting fired from a job and being unemployed. Those are some ugly things in my life that have happened. And a lot of people have gone through that. And life's hard, there are challenges like trying to find a job and trying to find a purpose after getting fired from a job. That's not easy. And again, I'm doing travel school right now as I'm currently making this video. So yeah, I'm in the middle of that right now. And I hope to get done. I'm actually going to get done in the middle of March. I'm on week 5. This week's week 5. And I only have 10 more weeks. And it's the first week in February. So yeah, it's very exciting that I am very close to, or I'm halfway to finishing my travel school. And it's an exciting thing, Very, very exciting. I guess part of it is I wish that there were easy ways to be able to do things, and sometimes you got to go through painful experiences in order to learn, and I think that's what unemployment's kind of teaching me right now is, painful experiences happen, and we make choices that have negative implications because they're bad choices, and it's way easier said than done, but making the good choice will actually avoid the consequence. Unless you're completely innocent. And, if you're completely innocent, then it's like, okay, there are issues there, and that would really be traumatic if you got punished for doing something you didn't do. I couldn't even imagine. But it is what it is at the end of the day. And I think as a parent, or how as a child, from a child's perspective, I'd want to view my parents as a safe place, a safe space to where I'm able to, yes, be myself, but also improve on myself. They know a lot of my flaws and weaknesses more than anybody else. Even my teachers, even my professors, they don't really know me like that. They don't know my weaknesses like my parents do. And being loving and being compassionate and being caring is something that when, at the end of the day, if you're modeling, and it's nice that my parents have modeled this for me about how to be compassionate towards other people, I think that's extremely important. It's extremely important to be able to model compassion towards others and lend a hand of mercy towards other people. And yes, there's justice. And I feel like you gotta have the balance of scales, you know what I mean? And make sure you're balanced with justice and mercy. Because if none of those, if one of those is unbalanced, your whole life's unbalanced. And yes, I'm going to speak to this as an adult as well as a kid. The best thing to do is prepare your child for for adulthood. And that's what I've realized from me, is I appreciate people that prepared me for adulthood. I really do. Because that's the whole point of life is, you're going to get older and, there are going to be challenges along the way. Are you ready to meet those or not? That's kind of the thing that you kind of got to teach your children to be resilient. And there are going to be issues. Life's going to be hard and that's the right way, is to teach your children resilience and pushing through the pain. And I think the wrong way is just to pretend that, oh, you know what? Everything's going to be fine, There's no such thing as pain, and just basically lie and kind of give them not a reality check and, and not prepare kids for success. That's pretty bad right there. But again, I'd appreciate a parent's perspective from this. Am I wrong? Did I miss anything? Again, let's be courteous of each other. because I know this is a very hot topic issue. But parenting, it's always a hot topic issue. And from a child's perspective, I just want to be loved. I just want there to be a hope for life. And if you don't have hope for life, it is so hard to function. And the best thing you can do for your child is give them hope and give them love. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate it. And I kind of wanted to tell you something that I did last month in January. It was my first video. It was my New Year's message. And my goal is 1,000 subscribers by April 1st. And so I've introduced a mystery series that I'm planning this year, because my New Year's goals, I tried to come up with New Year's goals for the channel, and I did proclaim those goals. And I'm going to continue to give you content each week. Right now I'm doing 2 videos a week, so I'm trying to give you guys content so that way you can watch it and enjoy it and learn something new. And again, that's all I hope. That's all I can ever hope for, is people will learn from me and try to apply mercy, compassion, and kindness, and something from an autistic perspective. And just hearing it from an autistic perspective, that's something I can do. And that's why I built this channel. And I'm hoping that I can continue to grow this channel and reach out to more people. And I would really appreciate if you could hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, the like button, share this with anybody you find this useful for, and I would really appreciate your help, because again, I want to reach more people and really help as many people as I can, and that's the goal of this channel. It's not to belittle anybody, it's not to be mean to anybody. It's just simply, I want to help my fellow neighbor out. And social media and the internet is a great way and tool to be able to do that, because you can reach way more people than you ever could by using the internet. And I guess I'll end it with that. And I appreciate you watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.